So, this little ramble is about Dragon Magazine. Dragon Magazine is an interesting institution uh, in the gaming field. Many of us who have been gaming for a long, long time remember it fondly when it was a print magazine. Now, uh, I get print is dead. I mean, let's face it, the costs for printing go up, the desire to pay for the content goes down, distribution is difficult with print. So the print magazine is dead. I get that. I know that there's a Gygax magazine out there, which I hear good things about, but for the most part, print magazines are really, really hard to do uh, economically. So I get that it's not going to be that. I have been reading Dragon Magazine forever. One of my favorite articles early on was the hierarchy of hell, where they give the different devils and explains their ranking in hell. And this is based on some classic Judeo-Christian versions of hell. Asmodeus was in there, Beelzebub, all of that. I remember the wonderful issue where they talk about sending forward the adventurers to the 20th century. And in particular, if I remember correctly, you got sent to London as an adventure hook idea of having them show up in London. Which, if I'm sending somebody to a modern city, that's certainly high on my list of that would be a great setting. Tokyo would also be a good one too. But, whatever the case, these were, integral in my mind to some of the D&D experiences I have in my memory. I remember some of the ecology articles and the various in-depth things that, the Monster Manual couldn't go in-depth on this monster or that monster. Or here's a write-up on this particular culture that maybe got a paragraph mentioned in one book. Here's a write-up. Or here's an alternate version of barbarians, and, here's, expanded rules for doing barbarians, or you get the idea. And also back then they would cover more than just D&D. TSR published a number of games, and Dragon Magazine covered a number of them. I can remember seeing some articles about Marvel superheroes and so on. So the new one's out. The new one is out, and it's an app, and it's free. Now, when 5th edition rolled around and people were talking about what are they going to do to replace Dragon Magazine, I had notions in my head of what I'd like to see, and they didn't really go to the level that I wanted them to do. On the other hand, they did it for free, which I didn't expect them to. For free, the content that's in the Dragon Plus app is awesome. It's a lot more than what you would normally expect from a free app like that. The problem is, I wanted a richer base of knowledge to be out there. I wanted them to talk about things that aren't necessarily tied to the latest published adventure. And they don't really do a good job of talking about stuff outside of that. They talk about, some of the humorous initiatives. They make good use of the technology. There's some videos, some nice image libraries, and you can browse the images, and they have, hideable information on the image. It's a really well put together app. I like the content that is there. I just wish I had more. And I'd be willing to pay for more. For free, what you get is awesome. but I kind of want them to offer a pay option just so I can get more content than is just, stuff tied to whatever their current marketed adventure thing is. Right now it's Elemental Evil, and so there's a lot of content about Elemental Evil and the Forgotten Realms and the region that the Elemental Evil stuff is taking place in, and that's great, but I'm probably not going to be doing Elemental Evil. And I, would like to read about other stuff. I want to read about a 5th edition version of Dragonlance, Stark Sun, Eberron, Mystara. Obviously, I talk a lot about Mystara. You could do a Mystara setting in 5th edition. And I'd like to see, just a primer of, here's some things that we would do in a 5th edition version of this setting. Maybe some alternate rules. They made a big deal about the rule system being modular and that you could plug in different things. Well, let's do that. And Dragon Magazine is an excellent place for you to do that. I get that it's sometimes hard to maintain that and a product line. So maybe farm it out. They farmed out some of their adventure stuff already. Maybe farm out a magazine publishing to the guys over at Kobold Quarterly or something like that, where they're putting together the content and it's just posted in the app. And if you want the higher tier of content, you pay for that, and you can get the free stuff that just ties to the stuff they're trying to sell you. That'd be neat. I'd go for that. I'd pay for that. So I guess that's my thoughts on the current Dragon Magazine thing. Is for what it is, it's fine. I have no complaints about what it is. I just wish it was more. I wish it was something that I could pay for and feel good about paying for. Right now, it's not enough content for me to pay for it, but they're not making me pay for it. They're giving it to me for free. So it's sort of a, well, I'd like more, but if this is what you're going to give me, that's fine. I like what you're giving me. I just wish we had more experiments, little filler material, little modules to maybe plug into your game, things like that. Dragon Magazine would be an excellent place for that, and so Dragon Plus, by extension, would be an excellent place to put a lot of that. And the first issue doesn't really seem to suggest that they will be doing that. Maybe this is a thing where they're just ramping up. Like, here's the initial, and we're just going to start adding more and more stuff as we go along. I hope they do. I think that would be awesome. I'd be down for that. Like I said, I would pay. I'd be glad to pay if the content is there, is what I'm saying. Anyway, that's my thoughts. Feel free to tell me I'm wrong. I'm completely down with the fact that I may be wrong about most things. So please comment. Tell me why I'm wrong. Tell me I'm right. Tell me I'm a big doo-doo head that has ugly hair and stuff. I don't know. Look! I'm working on chainmail again. God, I haven't worked on chainmail in years. Anyways, it's hard to pick it back up. It really is. But it's a fun thing to do when you're watching a TV show or something. I'll talk to you guys later. Subscribe, like, share with all the people. And I'll talk to you again later. See ya.